right, 5 minutes before the top of the hour. So let's continue our discussion talking to the unions at Eskom. While the move by Eskom to cut the number of executives has been described as plausible by most energy analysts, the National Union of Mineworkers say they were not consulted about these plans. And we're talking possibly close to 7,000 jobs. Talking to us here, we've got Bonginkosi Mrasi, the National Secretary of the NUM's National Youth Structure. Again, it's good to have you. So your concern is that you were never consulted, is that this just came about, it's been approved by the board, but this is to trim from the top. And you don't necessarily hear that in companies. They usually start trimming from the bottom, but this is a trim from the top downwards. Now, wouldn't you think that that is a good option?
As I've said, that there is laws in place. If the company wants to retrench or to a possible right-size the company, they need to consult stakeholders that are in that particular company. And we are indicating that the same Tumamina board, they did not, or the managers, the executive managers at Eskom, they did not, indicate that, look, we are planning to do this, let's come around the tables, let's see what can we do to save the jobs. So we are saying that even though you can start from the top, if ever you are not following the laws, we are not going to agree with that thing. Yeah. We want you to come, do a proper consultation, so that we can be able to give views, because we've got views. Our members, they've been working there for a long time, they know and they understand the in and outs of the utility.
Yeah, but if you look at Eskom, I mean, we talk about it being 66% overstaffed. We also talk about the fact that it recently signed a wage bill that was very much so over inflation for the next couple of years. I mean, if we look at it, it's 7.5% increase for 2018, 7% for 2019 and for 2020. This is well above inflation, and the entity and the utility cannot afford this. Does that not make any sense to you that somewhere the money has to be cut down?
What sense? Because the company is prepared to pay millions and billions in IPPs. Why can't they put money to their staff? And you are saying that 7.5 is way beyond inflation. Yes, but that is not enough. Remember, we had certain demands that we've submitted that the company did not meet. So we are saying that we can't be told when workers need salaries that the company can't afford that. We've learned that even on the same wage negotiations after the signing, the company created positions of a COO that are being paid millions of rands that must be paid to an individual. And then when it comes to workers that are generating and distributing the same electricity, we are told that the company can't afford. Yeah. We can't tolerate that anymore.
What about privatization? I know you're very vocal about that. There's a lot of talk that a lot of state-owned entities could go that route and start privatizing certain aspects of their operations.
We really don't agree on that. We think that Eskom must remain a state-owned entity because we want to understand who's going to benefit out of that process, because we know that we can be creating a second layer of state capture in that particular issue. So we're saying that let's remain where we are. We are fine. I think even in the resolutions of the ANC, there's no such thing that the government must take that particular route.
Yeah, but Eskom has a monopoly in power supply in South Africa. There is no competition. Electricity prices are getting higher and higher. Do you not think, for the benefit of the citizens of this country, we should look at opening up this sector?
No, we are saying that if ever there's a person that thinks that they want to compete with Eskom, let them come. We don't have any problem with that. That is why we're saying that IPPs must be there, but not be purchased under Eskom. There must be a standalone entity that will compete with Eskom in terms of electricity. And a consumer will be able to choose that which route do I take? Do I go to Eskom or do I go to IPPs? So we're not totally saying that we shut down IPPs, but we're not saying that let them not go through Eskom. It must be a standalone entity.
All right, so let's round this up. You are going to embark, if your demands are not met, on strike action, if I'm not mistaken, I think looking at about the 17th of November?
No, it is a national protest march that we've applied in Tshwane.
So it's a protest march.
We'll be embarking on that next week on Saturday, on the 17th of November. We are calling each and every stakeholder that is affected, even communities. We are organizing communities that are also affected on this particular issue and saying that let us embark on this particular march. We'll be starting at Beggars Park in Tshwane and to the union buildings.
All right. No interruption to electricity supply that you know of, or could this be a result?
No. For now, look, this is it's a start for us. It's the first campaign that we are enrolling. There is a huge one that are going to come. If ever our demands are not met, we are going to make sure that we get an attention, especially from the government and the president.
All right, we leave it there. Thanks for your time. Thanks so much for talking to us here on the program, talking about Eskom and looming retrenchments at the power utility. Talking to us about this, Bonginkosi Mrasi, who is the National Secretary of NUM's National Youth Structure. It is 8 o'clock here on this Friday morning. Let's get your news from Sakina.